How are you doing? I am so sure you're all doing great, just like I am. Alright, I am so excited to welcome you officially to the Black Giant TV show. Woo! I expect some noise, but I can't really hear you. But I know someone is very excited out there, right? We promise to bring in guests who are worth your data, guests who have experience that they would want to share with you. And I tell you the truth, no moment as regarding the show is going to be a waste of time. Please take your time and enjoy the Black Giant show. Thank you so much for waiting for this. Thank you so much for subscribing and following us on all social media platform on Black Giant TV. We are ready to dispatch something wonderful. Just stay tuned. Go nowhere. Alright, without any further ado, we'll go straight to the show. He is your girlfriend's favorite boyfriend, as know him right here in Abuja. This guy is very creative. He's one friend of mine that I would say, yes, this guy started from the bottom. Right now, he's where he is. You know, there are people who have this kind of stories that you need to listen to and really change your perspective and then your perception of life. All the way from Love FM 104.5 Abuja. Help me bring to the show Sugar, my God!
Bling, 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 bling. Bing, 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 bing.
Sugar!
What's Gucci, mate? How you doing?
Guy! Oh, more you shine, though.
Good to see
Sugar,
you.
though.
It is
God
what it
so
is.
for me now.
It is what it is. No,
Nice having you in
I'll
the
give you
show.
some anointing oil. I think
Anointing oil, that's your soap, right?
Yeah, that's what I use. I don't use soap. Come on. What you talking about? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
How was it, man?
Good. You're looking.
Alright, it took us so much time to decide on who to bring on this very first show. And the conclusion has to be Sugar.
Yeah, I must confess I'm really honored, to be part of this. I'm really honored. I'm so excited about it, and the fact that you chose me means a lot to me, and means that you always have me at heart.
Yeah,
and I really appreciate the love. I appreciate everything.
You deserve it, bro. You deserve it. All right, straight to the show.
Yeah.
What more do we need to know about Sugar?
Well, you already know who I is. Sugar, the girlfriend's favorite boyfriend, Peterson West. I've been grinding for years. Been doing this whole hustle, the grind and everything for like 10 years now in the game. The brand Sugar. Like 10 years we've been doing it, and that's me. That's just who I am. It all started way back in 2010, but before then, I was in the instrument industry. I was actually making music before then, and I made music for like 7 years. Busy making music for like
as a rapper,
years.
Right?
Yeah, as a rapper. It all started back then in 2012, and then in 2012, I discovered, not like I discovered myself. That was the first time I went into the studio to record a song, and then you remember way back into time, me and my homeboy Cheese Blames, we were making music then. I remember way back into time because we were friends before we started making music. I remember in 2007, we used to make use of the keyboard to make instrumental. I had my homeboy then. I don't know where he is now, OBI. So we just make instrumentals, we vibe to it, and then. But in 2012, I went into the studio, and then I recorded my first joint, and the rest is just history, and we've been doing it all the way.
Wow. Okay, Sugar, your girlfriend's favorite boyfriend. Does that still stand because you're not married?
Well, it still stands. As a matter of fact, before I got married, I want to drop in that. And then I posted it on my socials, and a lot of folks actually did say that, yo, why would you want to drop that? The ladies, to be specific, they were like, nah, you're our favorite boyfriend for life. Even if you're married, whatever it is, you're a boyfriend for life. And I was like, okay, all right.
Nice.
So big. And then that's just how it is. And I've been using that up until now. Still using it.
I would want to know, how was growing up like for you?
Growing up was, really nice.
Ajabo, right?
Ajabo Kini. I'm this regular Nigerian kid. The regular Nigerian kid story. Because I remember I was born in Kano. That's
a big one.
So the lifestyle in Kano is a different lifestyle. Coming to Abuja, it was pretty hard for me to adapt because I was used to a certain lifestyle. The street actually made me It's what it
Okay,
is.
I have been trying to imagine it. I mean, music,
Yeah.
now a presenter. What happened?
Okay, I did a survey, right? Because before I got into broadcasting, I did a survey. I was grinding for years, like I did say. We were recording songs, but no finesse to actually put out the song. And that's one challenge that most of the up and coming artists actually have
sure.
right now. So what I actually did, I got the platform, which was radio, and then I had to do a survey. I had to do a lot of understudying, and then I noticed that this music hustle, right, is by grace, and then at the same time you still need a sponsor.
That's true.
And then it got to a point I was making money, and then because I wasn't a graduate before I started radio. I wasn't a graduate before I started radio. While on the job, I went to school, and then I ended up. And I didn't even study mass communication. I studied political science in school.
Political science.
Yeah. So here we have a political scientist, doing radio. A lot of persons may actually say that, well, it's Nigeria. Well, I've always had this vision of me actually going into maybe getting a political appointment, or me, I really wanted to know a lot about Nigerian politics. Journalism was actually helping me out in a way, because my job entails me researching. I have to make research. You just can't go on air without saying anything. You have to make points. You have to just pass a message whenever you put on the microphone.
True.
So my job really helped me out. And then I was finding politics quite interesting. Yet the fact that I am an entertainer doesn't change the fact that I also found politics to be interesting. So I moved away from that. I studied full science, and then it took me 4 years, and then I passed out, and then the rest is history. We're here. We're still grinding, still doing radio.
Studied political science.
Yeah.
Now an on-air personality.
True. Because the deal is right. I intend to have one of the best political show on TV and on the radio.
Wow.
As time goes on, we're still here. The Town Criers on the radio is doing fabulously well in Abuja. You can tune in every weekday.
I've been part of that.
Myself and my honorable parliament members, we always shut down the show. We talk about politics. We talk about a lot of things happening in our country. So it is. That's just how it is.
Wow.
And
that has come this far.
Yeah.
I must say that I've been part of the process, and I really know how much you have put in to get to where you are today.
Let me tell you a story of how I actually got the radio
That would
job.
be interesting.
So I went to the radio station, and then I went there for an interview. So I did hear that my homeboy right now, a very good friend of mine. I really appreciate him. He's more than a friend. He's a brother. He's like my everything. He's someone who actually believes in people, especially me, and he gave me the opportunity to be where I am today. His name is Victor Velmo. So he used to he used to anchor a show then called the Saturday Night Freestyle. So rappers will come on the radio, get the freestyle, and then at the end of the day, they just go home. The listeners will actually call in to tell who the best rapper is.
Yeah.
Alright, so I got on the show that day, and then after the show, we were just stepping out of the office, and then Velmo was like, "Yo, you have a good voice. You have a fantastic voice. Have you ever thought of doing reggae?" I was like, "Yo, you must be kidding me right now! Like,
Wow.
This is definitely going to be a dream come true if this happens." And then Velmo was like, "Yo, you sound really nice. You know what? Let's do this. How about you get the platform? If you get this platform, would you do well? Would you accept it?" And I was like, "Yeah, come on, mate."
Wow, that's a brother.
And then he did ask, "What's up with school?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'm still grinding." And I was like, "Okay, no big deal." So I was in the house learning on the job for like 12 months, 14 months, because my boss then, my head of programs, Maddox, also taught me a lot of things about broadcasting. My very own good friend Victor Velmo was there by me. Big Fat Sonny is another great influence, and we also had other persons, Larry Hooper, and a lot of persons who also taught me through and put me through on the job. Before I got the offer to work in a radio station, to freelance in a radio station, I was like, "Yo, this is a dream come true." I was working as a security guard somewhere. So when Velmo actually met me, he didn't even know that I was a security guard, because I remember then, because if I'm on morning duty, I have to work from 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. and then my radio time is during the evening hours. So when I do night, I would have to interswitch, with my colleague. I, got better on the job and we're still here grinding. And right now,
wow, your experience. I mean, I think I know a lot. I mean, a little from your experience. I know about the time when. Let me not say it here. Since you did mention it, let me just leave it. But the next question now. That brings us to the next question.
All right.
What would you say is your worst moment in broadcasting?
Worst moment. Well, every broadcaster, at some time, I felt like, are you sure? Because of the zeal to want to go on the radio, and then you just got started, and then a lot of persons might just want to criticize you,
that's true.
and then make you feel like this isn't for you. But some persons were there to encourage me, to put me through. But still talking about my worst moment, because you have lots of bills to pay. You're still grinding. You're still trying to get better on the job, and then your 12K job, that's my regular job, couldn't foot my bill. So it was pretty difficult for me. But I wouldn't call it my worst moment. I would say one of the challenging moments for me. So
okay, you've been on radio for how long now?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah. 10
wow,
years.
that's pretty long. Okay, so among these Nigerian artists, I mean the very popular ones.
Yeah.
Who would you say stand out for you?
Someone I really respect so much is, I must really confess right now, Skills is a fellow I really respect in the music industry. Yeah, Skills. Burna Boy is another bunch of talents. I remember in 2012 when I first of all listened to his first mixtape, and I did listen to it. It was Remo that actually played it, and I was like, yo, this guy is good.
Dope.
And then another guy is Guns. Guns is an Abuja rapper that is, well underrated. He's underrated. He has lots of potentials, and he's not on the spotlight because he's not been given that opportunity. And we also have several of them.
Now,
several.
Now talking about this,
Just
when you just spoke about Guns and he's not on the spotlight.
Yeah.
So how do you react when a whack music gets to your hand to be played on air?
For first things first is some artists are good, but maybe their production standard.
Okay.
And then some of them don't really know how to make music. They have the good, they have that good vocal strength, but they don't know how to write a good song. So what I do is I try to school them. I try to put them through on how to write a good song, and then how they can get better. Most of them, I think, is the problem is the production standard. And I must confess that we have lots of whack producers in the game. Only a few of them can.
So it's not just about the whack artists now. We have whack producers.
We also have whack producers. When you listen to a song produced in Lagos and then you listen to a song produced in Abuja, and then you be like, you can really spot the difference. You can tell that the Abuja production lacks something, and then you can tell that the Lagos production.
Has that been discovered?
I don't know what the issue is. And then when you see an Abuja producer, relocating from Abuja to Lagos, just give him 2 years.
He begins to do better.
He begins to do better because the competition is really higher over there.
If you were not a presenter,
yes.
what else?
What else would I be doing? Well, presenting has actually been what I've always loved from the get-go.
Okay.
Like I did share my story about my primary school days, right?
Yeah.
I've never had any thoughts in my head.
Okay, but right now,
if it's not presenting, it would have been music.
All right. Now that brings us to the next question.
All right.
Do you think the creative industry, has been given enough contribution from the government?
No, absolutely not. There's a lot of ways that the government would have actually made lots of money or can make a lot of money from it because we don't really have okay, P-Man is there,
P-Man.
alright, but not really functioning per se as a body. Alright? We're talking about revenues being made from the government or from music, and we don't have an agency that oversees the entertainment industry as a whole.
P-Man you just mentioned.
Yes, how well is P-Man functioning right now as a body? I remember way back into time, P-Man was actually doing not a lot, but was doing a little bit. I can't even remember the last time I had anything regarding P-Man. I can't remember. So we have our entertainers, falling ill.
Yeah.
This is something that Nigeria can actually take care of if there was a ministry or an agency in charge of the entertainers. If the government can actually create an agency to oversee the entertainment industry, the movie
By themselves.
yes, I get everyone registered for free, for free, and then make revenue from the artists. Gone are those days that artists used to make money from the sales of CD.
Yeah.
But now everything is digital, so we now make sales from streaming platforms. Right? The popular streaming
sure.
platforms. So if the government can actually oversee that, also establish the agency to also check out their welfare and check out how well they're doing, and then the life after fame. When the artist is no
life
longer
after fame.
yeah, when the artist is no longer big, when I don't want to start mentioning some of the artists that used to be big then and was doing well then, but now can't really
Making the
boast
country
of,
proud.
yes, and can't really boast of 100,000 naira in the bank account because of planning. So this would have actually been done through the agency, maybe more like gratuity and also pension at the end of the day, because this is also someone who's working, although it's not he's not a civil servant, she's not a civil servant. So if the government can actually create an agency to oversee the entertainment industry, I think it will actually go down well.
Now my question is, for upcoming artists out there, what are the procedures to bring in your song, to get your songs played?
First things first is, if you don't have a good song, right, don't bother. And I know a lot of persons, but actually tell you that you're good.
Yeah.
Because they want to encourage you. But I like to call a spade a spade. I like to, look in your eye and tell you, yo, forget about the fact that you want me to promote you, right? But I just want you to get better at what you do. If the song is whack, I'll tell you straight up. I'll tell you, the song is whack. But I'll still encourage you. I'll tell you how you can actually get better at it.
If you have, in life we all have one day that will be called our last 24 hours.
Yeah.
If you have 24 hours to live on it, how would you love to spend that day?
Well, how would I love to spend that day?
The last 24 hours.
Last 24 hours. Have I ever thought of that? My last 24 hours. I think I would just like to sleep. I would just like to eat. I would just like to eat.
You don't want to do like others that want to spend it in the church, on the altar, sleeping on the altar, and then angels just come and pick them up.
What are you saying? The angels will come, definitely. I don't need to go to the altar. One thing is the life that you've actually lived for them. It doesn't matter. But I'm not saying that you can't reconcile with your creator at that very time. You can, but
even at home.
Even at home. So watch some
your last 24 hours.
Watch some comedy series. Watch something to just make me laugh and then enjoy life. And just that's
I get.
And enjoy life. That's it.
Last year you got married.
Fabulous. Fabulous. As a matter of fact, I welcome my first baby.
Sugar is a father.
I'm super excited about it. It's the best thing ever in the world. Wow. Being a father. I didn't know being a father was this, or is this nice. I didn't know that. And I must confess that I'm super proud about it.
Wow.
I can walk into anywhere right now and tell you, or tell anyone I see that, yo,
you're talking to. Someone's friend.
Okay, I'm not feeling it. All right, Sugar. This is the game.
Alright, so tell me, what's the game? Please don't give me a hard, very tough one.
Come on now.
Don't give me a tough one.
Okay, now quick one. You're going to recite states and capitals.
What?
That's for my hand.
You didn't just say that.
No, states and capital.
State and capital. Oh my days! I can't remember the last time I did that.
You can do this.
I can't remember the last time I did that.
I know.
Believe me, you.
Should I give you like 2 seconds to think about?
No, state and capital. Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just try it right now.
Try. All right, I'll count 3 and then start. 1, 2, action.
State and capital: Abia, Umuahia, Adamawa, Yola, Cross River, Calabar, Bauchi, Edo, Bini. It goes on and on and on. Oh my days!
All right, it's been a nice time, Sugar.
Yeah.
I mean, your story is so motivating.
Yeah.
And I know there are so many people out there that after listening to you right now would want to take the right step and the next step.
Definitely.
Thank you, Sugar.
Thank you so very much for having
me. Thank you
me.
for coming around.
I appreciate the love and I appreciate everything.
Mm-hmm.
And hope to be here some other time.
Of course.
And anytime, any day. Just
Shook!
Holla.
Shook!
State and capital:
Abia, Umuahia, Adamawa, Yola, Akwa Ibom, Uyo, Anambra, Awka, Bauchi, Benue, Makurdi, Borno, Maiduguri. All right, thank you for watching the Black Giant Show. It's been a very nice time here with Sugar, your girlfriend's favorite ex-boyfriend, because he's married now.
Favorite boyfriend, mate.
Possible.
Come on.
All right, keep watching the Black Giant Show. Please make sure you subscribe to Black Giant TV on Instagram. It's on the screen right now on Black Giant TV. And also make sure you go to our social media platform and subscribe. Follow us, please. Black Giant TV on social media. And my name is Okwe Lawrence Okwe on all social media platforms. And it's
Sugar.
Sugar.
You can catch me on Instagram at Mr. Sugar. On Facebook, Sugar. Snapchat, Mr. Sugar. It is what it is.
All right, thank you so much. I don't feel like ending the show, but it is the first edition, so watch out for the next. Sugar! There's one of your songs we need to start singing now.
What song would that be?
What's that song again? That popular one?
What song would that be?
Gospel song, one song like that.
By who?
You!
What year was that?
What's that song?
Playing Games.
Yeah!
Uh-huh. Sing along.
Na 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 na. Yeah. Na 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 na. I think I can remember the song now. So, why you just play a game with your life?
Alright, sing it. Since you can sing it, just go
Why?
on. Just sing it.